Your life today is a result of all the actions that you have taken yesterday. Don't believe me? Think about it. What is your weight today? Are you fit or are you fat? If you are fat, it's because you have eaten a lot of junk in the past. If you are fit, then it's because you have been focusing on your fitness in the past. Are you wealthy today or are you broke? It's all because of your habit of savings or spending, right? So the results that we have today is because of all the actions of yesterday, and similarly the results of tomorrow will be because of the actions today. So in today's video, folks, we are going to discuss how to control the inputs today so that you can have a better tomorrow and a better future. So we are going to focus on three aspects here. We'll focus on finances, we'll focus on health, and will focus on consumption of knowledge. So with these three things, I will help you figure out what kind of controls you can have around your inputs so that your knowledge is your life is better tomorrow. So we will start with finances. I have discussed this multiple times on the channel also. Finances are a very important aspect of your life, and you should definitely take charge of it. So if you have to take charge of it, how do you take charge of it? What are the some of the things that you should prepare for your future and for your retirement? So one would be your retirement goal, one second thing would be your kids education corpus, third thing would be preparing for any sort of emergency, like any health emergency or job loss, right? And fourth thing would be to prepare for things that you want in your life, right? You cannot always depend on loans for meeting all your financial requirements. So start taking these steps today. Say your retirement is 20 years away, right? And you are 40 years old today. If you have not saved any money till 40 years, do you think that in the last 5 to 10 years of your working life, you will be able to save money? No, because you will not wake up one fine day and realize that I have to save money and start doing it. It's all about habits, right? So start building those smaller habits from today. Start saving at least 5 to 10% of your income today so that you can keep increasing this percentage over a period of time. Then how do you protect yourself from any emergencies? Make sure that you have put aside an emergency fund, and this should be used in extreme emergencies only. Make sure that you are putting up a health insurance and a life insurance. Don't be lazy for these things. Make a small checklist, okay? Only 4-5 items you need to put. Am I saving for my retirement? Am I saving for my kids' education? Do I have a health insurance? Do I have a term insurance? Okay, and do I have an emergency fund? You are sorted, right? It's not a very big checklist. Once you have this checklist, all you need to do is come back to it on a monthly basis and ensure that these things are happening on a monthly basis. This way, even if you are able to spend say 1 hour in a month on this, I think you will have a better tomorrow. Okay, next is focusing on your health. Okay, like I said, your present is because of all the actions that you have taken in the past, right? So now after 40 years, once you are 70, 80 years old, how fit do you want to be? How do you see yourself as a person, in your body? You should start thinking about that. Once you start thinking about that, right, you will start taking your body and your health very seriously. Are you smoking? Are you drinking? What kind of habits do you have? Do you eat a lot of sugar on a daily basis? Okay, how active are you? Start thinking about these things. Once you start thinking about these things, and once you focus that, once you figure out that you need a better life in your age of 70 or 80, you will start doing better things. You start eliminating things first. You don't even have to start doing things. All you need to begin with is elimination. Okay, if you're smoking 10 cigarettes a day, reduce it to 5. If you're smoking 2 cigarettes a day, reduce it to 1. Okay, and so on. So take smaller steps in your life so that your tomorrow is better again. Because every cigarette you don't smoke, or every glass of whiskey you don't drink, will always increase your lifespan. Okay, that is one thing. And then start hitting the gym, start running, right? Do any sort of physical activity. Start walking 10 to 15,000 steps in a day. All you need to do is stay active, make sure that your weight is in control and you're not eating a lot of junk. So how do I avoid eating junk? I make sure that I don't eat sugar, I don't eat white stuff, which is processed foods, and I do make sure that I don't eat bad oil. I just take care of the very basics, okay? No smoking, very less drinking. maybe once a month. So take care of these basics, and largely I'm sorted. I'll give you an example of Ed Thorpe. Okay, he's a very prominent and very famous investor. He's 90 years old today, but you ask anyone, he looks like 65 years old. He has done a fabulous podcast with Tim Ferriss. You should take a look at that as well. So ideally, the idea is that how did he do it? He was a marathoner for 25 years. He, from the age of 30, he made sure that he hit the gym every day. So he stopped running because of a back injury in the gym, but he still hits the gym today, right, at the age of 90. So that's the kind of life you and I should aspire for. Because without health, wealth will not at all help you. Because if you are able to have a better healthy life, you can also live or probably use your money also, right? So now coming to consumption of knowledge. Consumption of knowledge is also very important, right? We live in the world of noise today. Wherever you see TV channels, social media, there is noise everywhere. So how do you filter out noise? Firstly, curate your social media feed very properly. I would say don't even spend time on apps like Instagram and Facebook. Facebook is basically a complete no for me. I have deleted it from my phone. Instagram, I use it for 10-15 minutes a day. I really would like to delete Instagram from my phone, but again, that's the only source of entertainment for me, so I am still hanging on to it. But definitely at one point in time I will definitely quit it. Next would be Twitter. So Twitter also, I ruthlessly block and mute trolls. I don't entertain trolls at all. I curate my feed very properly. I want to read only those tweets which upgrades my knowledge, any knowledge that is useful for the next 10, 20, 30 years. Basically focusing on timeless content. I don't watch TV at all. I don't watch any sort of news channels. I run through a business newspaper just because I am in the business, right, in the personal finance business. So taking these small steps are very important. Then how do you consume your content? I consume through books largely, and blogs of very prominent people who have been writing for years. So this way, I curate my consumption also. Even on this channel, I am going to slowly move away from credit card content, because credit card content is not timeless content. I want to make videos like these which are timeless in nature and which will be valid 20 years later also. And I would urge you to also start consuming such content, right? Credit cards, okay, you've learned the basics and you're sorted, right? After that, even after that, if you're spending 1 hour a day on credit cards, I would say that you are not living a great life. So please, 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 move away your attention from credit cards and things that don't really matter in the long term, and start focusing on things that actually add value in the long term. Start focusing on timeless things. All of these things are possible if you are consistent, right? Okay. I recently ran the Mumbai half marathon, and I ran my personal best time of 1 hour 58 minutes, which was possible because of timeless, because of consistency, right? So I've been consistent and I've been able to do it. Similarly, I got financially free very early in life because I was saving money for the last 10 years. From the day I started working, I have invested some money every month in equity. I don't remember a month in which I did not invest any money. So ideally, the idea is that you create habits that will work for you 20 years later, and also remain consistent with those things. Comment and tell me what kind of steps you are taking to make your life better, what kind of person you want to be 20 years later, and how you are shaping your identity and your habits towards that. It will definitely be entertaining and be useful for both of us. So let's start that conversation. If you have any questions also, why not drop into the comment section and let me know. I'm sure a lot of you will not watch this video till the end, but it's okay.